shape, rolled away in the dirt under me, yeah.
And in this one, two prolific offenses, Brent, going head-to-head. What was the best offensive team you ever played for?
Well, the most fun I had, Kevin, and enjoyed the most was in Seattle for the Supersonics. Now we're going to have to explain to some of the kids who that is.
Who they are.
But I think the most efficient and the most programmed offense certainly was in San Antonio for Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs, having the anchor Tim Duncan down on the block.
The Seattle Supersonics. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? And here are the Heat now after the Rockets pick up 3. And that one's good. Simmons.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
And here's Young from the arc. Outside, George. A second chance effort. That one goes in.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Hill looking it over. KD on the wing. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Hey, Kevin, could you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
Pass to George. The kick out to Young. Again, Young missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Comes up empty down low.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Miami shooting their first free throw tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Pass to George. His three-pointers off the mark. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Miami.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about...
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
To the paint. Here's Oden. And it's Oden finishing it off.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter of the game.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Young outside. Outside, George. Launches it. And he's good on the three ball. Young's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Rockets.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Left side, Durant. Pass to Gasol. Over Oden. Gasol no good. Houston leading by 3. Here's Manning. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. And here are the Heat now. Hood for 3. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Well, KD, an awesome job there just sharing the rock with his teammates.
And Young, here we go. And the layup is good. Young's got 8 points.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Outside Hood. Right side Durant. Clock at 6. And finished off by KD.
I like to see KD when he just elongates like that. Gets all the way up to the rim for an easy throwdown.
Young outside. From deep three-point range. And another 3 for Houston.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
.15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Simmons looking it over. Three-pointer. And Kevin Durant good for 3. He has 7.
Well, there's a nice answer from an operator in Kevin Durant. You hit a 3, you know he's coming back at you.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Manning. Shot clock reset for the Rockets. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Here's Simmons. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, do you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very,
no kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. Pass to George. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. George has got 7 points.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Sweet move. And Simmons with the nice bucket inside.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Here's Manning. Again, the Rockets score.
Well, you like guys who can work that
in-between area really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
For the Rockets. The three from KD. The rebound by Marjanovic. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. From past the arc. Here's Clemens. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Miami.
It is so difficult not to foul Westbrook. He's always had the speed. Now he's got better understanding of exactly how to attack a defense.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Rondo gets the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside, Redick. 6 to shoot. Good on the three-point shot. Redick's got the lead up to 3 now for Houston.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And Durant gets it to go.
Not fair of a coach to send out one defender against Kevin Durant, skilled at fighting through whatever challenges the D wants to throw at him.
Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
Yeah, still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
Tries again. Rebound by the Heat.
But nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And stolen by Harris. Here's Rondo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Russell Westbrook.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And Miami making a change here. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And he sinks the second.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Outside, Redick. No good from outside. Miami trailing. Durant attacking. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
That's a big-time finish. KD dunking all over the defense.
It's Redick on the wing from 20 feet out. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
Here's Simmons. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Got to respect the reach and length of Pau Gasol. Outstanding job of skying up for that rejection.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's Clemens. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Now here's Simmons. Durant in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. KD's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Miami. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Miami leading by 3. Here's Hill. Outside for Durant. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Greg, you suited up for 6 teams in your NBA career. What do you think about some of the front offices that you came across during that playing time?
I think when you find a front office, when you move from franchise to franchise, is what it is that they value most. And there were some franchises, quite frankly, Kevin, that I played for where they just wanted you to show up on time, get there, play the game, and leave. Those franchises end up having a lot of struggle to find some footing in the league. They also find trouble finding attraction from free agency because people understand the culture just isn't there. There are other teams that do so many other things well, Kevin. You feel so much more valued as a player throughout your course of your career. Those are the places that end up sticking with you. And I think the league is doing a great job from top to bottom, moving in that direction. Now, some are doing it better than others. That will always be the case. But the idea around finding more completeness for what it is you provide a player is a great thing for everybody.
The Heat leading by 6. Now a timeout called by Miami. And a new group getting ready for Miami. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Outside, Simmons. Doesn't go that time. And it's Houston the other way. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Young. 14 points for him. Fires from deep.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Shot clock at 5.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Moore outside. Shoots the 3. Pass to Bialica. Miami no good on that time either. And here's Young from the arc. They get it again. For the lead from beyond the arc and then some. Young's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Houston. And the Heat call time here.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Outside Hill. Can they get it? He lays it in. And the Heat lead by 1.
Once Millsap sees he has an opening, he lays the hammer down on that drive.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Here's Simmons, and Oden sends it back. And they're able to recover. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by Hill. And now a 3-point Heat lead. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Pass to George. Back to Young. Releases. Another miss by Young. And so Hood will bring it up for the Heat. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Young outside. Inside. Gasol with the steal. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
I think Paul Millsap's time both in Utah and in Atlanta in the systems of ball movement are helping out this offense now.
Young from outside trains the three-pointer. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half. And here is Hill. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Left side Durant takes the 3. Rockets with the rebound. Up in time. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so it's Houston with it. 4-point game. Pass to Manning. And some nice passing there by Houston. Young with no one around. The shot's good on the assist by George. Young's got 23 points.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Simmons with it. Leonard picks him up. Outside, KD. Gasol trying to free himself up. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that's 21 points for Kevin Durant.
This has been relentless from KD here tonight. The defense has tried to adjust, not once, but several times, and nothing working.
And here's Young from the arc. They get it back. Shot clock at 6. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Well, Heat leading by 3. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Gasol inside. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. And here's Young from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Young's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Rockets. Timeout called the Heat.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Thank you, David. And the basket by Hill.
A reliable three-point shooter as his career has gone on. Much different than his early days in Utah.
Young for 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Young's got 9 points now in the quarter.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to KD. Rockets with the rebound.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
So smart in these situations. Love how Covington often picks the correct route to run.
Simmons with it. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. KD on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Over Leonard. A nice shot by KD. KD's got 12 points here in the second half.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
And it's Oden finishing it off.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Simmons left side. And Simmons slams it in.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. And here's Young from the arc. That shot is off. And Miami the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
For a spindly guy, Durant has such great body control. Hard not to foul him when he carves his way in that deep.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, the lead getting safer and safer as these free throws from the stripe go in.
It's Young on the wing. .104 left in the fourth quarter. Launches a 3. Kept alive by Houston. From deep. Count it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And so Simmons will bring it up for Miami. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Here's KD. Yes!
Despite a laid-back nature, Durant demands the ball in crunch time. This is why.
And here's Young from the arc. Gasol with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Well, Paul Millsap continues to work hard and continues to be an example of hard work paying off.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're up by 5. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Young from outside. Miami grabs the miss, and he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
How about the charisma of KD that time? Teammates loving what he's bringing to the table here tonight.
And here are the Rockets now.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Young with the ball. From deep 3-point range, and it's Durant with the rebound. And so it's the Heat winning.